Well, YouTube and Netflix and popular streaming services are on the news for not a very good reason.
Well, yeah. Well, YouTube has been busy trying to shut down conservatives talking on their little streaming service. They've forgotten to look at all the little kiddie porn sites out there.
Well, I wouldn't say it's 100% kiddie
No,
porn,
no,
but it's like
it's-
disturbing.
Disturbing content with
Me,
children.
I have young children, so
That's why I wanted to
they-
talk about this.
my youngest right now, she's two and a half, somewhere in there, two. She's two. We'll say two. She enjoys watching the Paw Patrol, the Peppa Pig,
Yeah.
Vampirina, and this article that was on CBC.ca references those shows, specifically not Vampirina, but Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig, where people have been making alternative stories to these popular kid shows. Of like, the one example was Peppa Pig eats their father, and I'm like, whoa. Paw Patrol, where they have car crashes and demons and stuff like that.
Possessions and people dying in fires and everything like that. And it's like, I understand Paw Patrol having fires, but other aspect of
the
that.
demons and the car
So,
crashes.
have you actually run into any of this?
I don't
like,
think so.
Has any point in time of your child come running to you? Go,
No.
oh my God, what's going on?
Nope. We like to use a lot of the. Our daughter likes the Netflix, and we use like the Disney Channel app.
Okay.
Because she likes the Vampirino, so she watches just specific episodes on there. Excuse me. But I haven't seen anything that thankfully on YouTube yet. So
No. Even as this taping right now, a lot of those videos have disappeared from YouTube, which is fine. It's about time they crack down on it. But a lot of these YouTube stuff has actually gotten millions upon millions of views, which is kind of scary, considering these are aimed at children, but they're not for children. Because I know, like, there's a very colorful, comes across as light and happy, but Happy Tree Folk. It is definitely not a children's cartoon. It's not for children at all. There is blood, gore, violence. But, it's made in that sensory overload for children, meant for children. So if a child comes across it, you wouldn't know just by looking at the thumbnails or anything like that. And having these geared towards children is actually very kind of scary.
Well, their minds are very impressionable at a young age, right? So it's obviously you have to be, I'm guilty. I give my kid an iPad and let them just watch whatever, but I pay attention. I look and I look at what they're watching and what they're, like they have on YouTube, they have a bunch of subscribed things.
Yep.
And we've vetted them all.
Yep.
We've looked at them and been like, okay, yes, you can watch this.
Yep.
We're like, some people, both of our kids were like, really, you watch that? Because it's just goofy and silly. It's families vlogging and they make just silly videos.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, how did these people have so many views? But they enjoy it, and it's nothing disturbing. It's nothing scary. It's just silliness.
So okay, so that's where we'll start. Is if you actually have children and they have access to YouTube, one, you should make sure that you vet all their subscribe channels. For that matter, if you wanted to, you make a separate account for them, so that way you can make sure that
we just did that with our oldest, where we just made a. Well, we don't have a separate, but he has an email address. We've given him an email address now, because he's getting more into games where he needs to sign up and stuff like that. So we've done that, and we'll eventually get him a YouTube channel for his own. Because right now, him and his sister share my wife's YouTube. So, but we vet everything now. We've seen everything that they watch.
Yeah, so definitely vet it. Make sure that what they're watching is meant for what they're supposed to be watching. When they do watch it, make sure that you are at least somewhat near them while they're watching it, just in case something inappropriate does show up. Because these people that have done this have done it with malicious intent. They've done it on purpose. Trying to get past the YouTube censors, which they did. They completely and totally did.
Well, nothing's foolproof. That's
no,
the thing.
You're right.
Nothing is foolproof. This is the internet here, people.
Yep.
There's, if you can think of it, there's porn about it.
There's more porn out there,
Like,
probably of one type of fetish than there is all of internet.
yeah. So you just gotta be careful, you know, and it's just common sense, and it just baffles my mind. Like,
Well, like even older children, it doesn't matter how old until they're 18, anyways. As long as they're living in your house, they have to follow your rules. There, is that better? Even older children, you should be paying attention to what they are watching, so you can have at least some sort of input into.
this is how I'm gonna look at it. This is how I'm gonna look at it. When my kids are old enough to have a phone, and if they decide that they want apples, and we get them Apple IDs, I will always know their password until they turn 18 years old.
Yeah.
And you know, oh well, they'll just change their password. No, they won't, because they'll have to go through security questions, and there's gonna be one question in there that they will have no idea what the answer is. That only myself and my wife will know the answer to. So they can't just go and change their password.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have the ability to go look at their stuff
Anytime
I want to. And
you're gonna have that little find a phone app
Yeah.
on there going click. Okay, there we
Oh
are.
yeah, you tell me you're at your friend Billy Bob's house, and I search and I go, yeah, you're at Billy Bob's house. And if you're not, I'm gonna be like, why are you not? Why are you lying to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I think, especially in the digital age, and having access to so much stuff, so much content on YouTube and all that stuff, I think you need to be able to have those open lines of communication, and like I've said it before, I don't censor my kids probably as much as somebody else. I don't care if my kids see The Walking Dead on television.
I think
Because
I think that's really different for both me and you. We don't have our sense of our filter is a little different than most other
I just look at
people's,
something like that and I go,
because
I'll explain
we
my
were
kid. That's
we were shown really weird stuff
fake.
when we were young, and kind of went, well, that's fake. It's like, why is that fake?
yeah. What do you mean?
You
by
know,
that?
it's like,
yeah.
wrestling's fake?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, wrestling's fake. You know, somebody's not real, and someone, they don't really exist, and you're like, oh, okay. It's like, so I don't, like, obviously I'm not going to show my kids, like, I'm not going to be like, hey, let's watch an episode of The Walking Dead. I'll be like, well, he's not really paying attention. Maybe I'll put this movie on, and then something gory will happen. I'm like, oh crap, I'll turn that off. That's not appropriate.
It's kind of like, do. Oh.
But if there's like
this one now,
if there's like if there's like a tit, I'm not like, oh my god, it's a boob.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a boob. Like whatever.
It's actually fun because like when I watch with my two daughters, we're watching something, and I start laughing because it's a sexual innuendo. I'm laughing. I look over, and both of them are just cringing, and I'm like,
it's
do you
more
guys
awkward
not
for them, yeah.
understand this, or do you guys just don't want to laugh because your dad's in the room? And they're like, we don't want to laugh because you're in the room. It's like, please laugh.
It's okay to laugh.
I want to share the joke with you.
Yeah, like it's okay. Like,
yeah, it's like if you find it funny, don't hold back. Because sometimes I might need you to explain the joke to me every now and then.
Yeah, definitely. So my kid explains not like sexual jokes, but like internet lingo. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on? And he, oh, okay, thanks. But yeah, just I think the biggest lesson to learn from stuff like that is, well, it's common sense to me. Obviously, you vet what your children are watching.
Yeah.
Don't just give them free range over the damn internet.
No.
And don't trust the parental controls. Like, oh, I can set my parental controls. Well, easy.
Have them set up, yes.
Obviously. But make sure you're paying attention.
This shows that there are ways around parental controls. It happened. It was basically a breach of trust. Now, we're not going to blame YouTube because it's not their
YouTube's
fault.
No.
This is the people that created this illicit content, and they're the ones to blame. And I'm glad YouTube, once they realized that they made a mistake, that they moved really quickly to shut down everything associated.
Yeah, but it's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be things that fall through the cracks. There's always going to be a way around security and stuff like that. So
for those of you on YouTube, you know how easy it is to fall down the rabbit hole.
Oh yes.
Like really, there are just some days you'll be like, how the hell did I end up all the way over here?
Where did my 2 hours of my life just go?
Yeah, and honestly, guys, you understand how easy this is. Do you think it's harder for children? No, it's not.
Imagine a child. Imagine a child getting lost in the rabbit hole of YouTube. Like we're adults in our 30s getting down the rabbit hole.
And we go, whoa, no, what the hell did I just do? And a child is just going to do it just as easily. If you can find it, they can find it too. And they will probably be able to find it much, much faster because...
And they're going to be more likely to watch it because they're going to be like, ooh, this is different.
Yeah.
And having the impressionable young minds, it's, you know... So just be careful and make sure that it's not a bad thing to look at what your kids are watching, or what they're doing in their telephones or on their social media. Like,
yeah, I know. Like, honestly, some days it can be rather interesting. It's like, my kids were like, "Oh, we gotta watch this." I'm like, "What's this?" He's like, "Oh, he's a professional food eater." I'm like, I actually know what this is.
Yeah.
And so we ended up watching this guy eat food, and it's just like, and you guys like this? And they're like, yep. I'm like...
Sometimes I watch those food eaters, and I'm like, man, I wish I could eat... Because they eat so much, and I go, God, I would just love to binge on, like, fast food like that for a day. But how do they stay skinny?
That's the thing. I have no idea how they stay skinny.
Like...
That's
so
my...
would you do that, like, once in a week, and then fast for 3 days?
Fast for
the rest of the week?
Like
you don't eat? What?
My thing watching these guys has always been...
do you remember which person it was? Do you remember which person it was?
No.
Oh.
Some Oriental dude?
Oh, no. Oh, I think Mike something or something, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him. Man. He's really skinny, eh?
He's
like a twig, and you're like,
yeah.
Where does he put all that food?
Yeah, my biggest thing has always been just how quickly.
I know.
It's like,
it's kind of disgusting.
When he put, we watched the Big Mac Challenge one, and he put all this Big Mac, I'm like, I could eat that. And they're like, no, watch how fast he does it. And it's like, oh, okay, that doesn't make me feel good anymore.
He eats in like 20 minutes. Or like,
I know, and it's like, oh, I could eat that. Really, I could. I just couldn't do it in 20 minutes, let alone 40. I might an hour and a half.
It's like a day. I could probably eat what they eat in a day, but not in like 45 minutes. Oh. See, we just fell down the rabbit hole of YouTube, and we're not even watching YouTube. So just imagine what your kids are doing.
Yeah.
Even your 2-year-old just clicking buttons.
Yeah.
Just clicking. They
because
see
all they have to do is see a... Hey, guess what? You see thumbnails too, and if you see a pair of breasts,
exactly,
you're gonna touch that thumbnail,
exactly.
Aren't you?
So imagine Paw Patrol for your kid. Oh, I'm gonna click on that. Yes.
Oh, look,
it's like boobs for a kid.
Yeah.
But Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Because Paw Patrol was like the biggest thing ever, and it was so great. Paw Patrol released another season on Netflix, so we didn't hear the same thing for about a day, and then we heard, oh, it's season 4 all over again. Great.
Yeah. So that is one nice thing about children is they tend to it's like crack. They just watch.
Paw Patrol's pretty cool though. Like it's.
I
don't
my
mind
kids missed the Paw Patrol thing, so it wasn't that bad.
Paw Patrol. And what do we have when we were kids? What was our thing? I don't know. G.I. Joe. I don't. He-Man.
G.I. Joe, He-Man.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. Yes. What else was there? I can't even remember.
Captain Power.
Oh,
remember
Captain Planet?
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Yes, the Earth, Wind, Fire.
Yeah, but do you remember Captain Power?
No,
the ships with the laser guns.
I don't remember that. No.
Oh, I do.
Man, I bet you we can find that shit on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I bet you.
Here we go.
But it'll be.
I'll be going down a rabbit hole eventually. I go down the rabbit holes of food. People making food, like.
Oh, always. You watch food porn?
All the time. I think it's because I'm not a fatty. Well,
because you're.
I'm a
transitioning fatty.
Yes, I'm a transitioning fatty. So I just go, ooh, I'd love to eat that, and then I go, ooh.
Yeah, honestly, when the food eating guy, when it was like that, all those Big Macs, I was like, oh.
I know, you're just like, I just want to eat that.
Like, when he was doing the competition with the spaghetti, like the bowls of spaghetti, it was like, no.
Yeah.
Go back to the Big Mac.
Yeah, when they're eating the fast food, the pizzas, and you're just like, just give me some, please.
Yeah. It's like, can I have a patty or two?
See what YouTube can do to you? Just see more examples of how the rabbit hole of YouTube. Like, YouTube is great. I love YouTube because it's amazing. There's
I love
there's
it.
a lot of good information and useful things on them. Useful tools on it.
How
many times
do you Google and hit
how to do something, and you're like, boom, how to blah 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 blah, and you're like, boom, click, and you're like, okay, done, and you do it. So YouTube is great, but there are bad people out there.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we have to protect our children.
Yep.
But at the same time, you don't want to wrap them in bubbles. You have
No.
to explain to them that some things on are fake or bad, or well, that's my view, anyways. You
No,
don't have,
no,
you can do what you
agreeable.
want. You can do what you want with your kids. I won't tell you ever how to raise your children, but just vet what they're watching. Look through their history. Make sure, and if they watch something that you're like, what is this? Ask them about it. Confront them about it. And have a conversation with them about it.
Not necessarily confront them, but
Yeah,
to
but have a
talk to them
conversation with
about
them.
it and
Yeah.
go, well, why?
What is this? Yeah.
And
Why are you watching this
explain,
kind of
and it's
thing?
like, okay, you're not allowed to ever watch that
Yeah.
ever again.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to subscribe because we talk about this. We fall down the rabbit hole of YouTube all the time,
Yeah,
and it's fun.
yeah, it is actually.
Yeah. So hit the subscribe button. Have a great day.
Yeah.